Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another Sarcasm City Sports Q&A. For those that haven't seen the Sarcasm City Sports Q&As before, it's where the citizens of the city of Sarcasm run the show. You get to ask any sporting question, so get your questions in the comment section. This show is all about the citizens in the city of Sarcasm. Like I just stated, I know this was supposed to be doing the most people. We're supposed to be doing the most, but what I didn't realize until I looked at the actual fixture list is I thought it was split in game weeks, but it's game week 21 this past weekend just gone, and also game week 21 next week. So well, just doing the most will return next week Monday at this time, people. So I thought rather than not give you a show at all right, man, we got to think on our feet. I was like, you know what? Let's just run a Q&A. As you can see from the title, KARIM Benzema, he has been the hottest topic of conversation in regards to him falling out at his club. He's fell out. I don't know if it's with management. I presume it's with management, but anyway, he's unhappy over in Saudi Arabia. He's been linked with Manchester United. He's been linked with Chelsea. He's been linked with Arsenal. And I just can't believe there's a conversation about not bringing him to your football club. There isn't any team in the Premier League that he does not improve. The only team he doesn't start for me in the Premier League is Manchester City, and he also improves them. He would improve their squad without doubt. Why would you not sign a player like that for 6 months? Makes no sense whatsoever, and it's so annoying. This is the first time as an adult I've had long hair, and it be in my eye and stuff like that. I'm like, what is going on? But anyways, run up the likes. I forgot to say that. Make sure you hit the like button on the video, whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back. Hit the like button on the video. Make sure you share this across all of the socials as well. And on top of those two things, make sure you subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV, road to 10,000 subscribers, people. So like button, make sure you hit it. Share. That's me, Flawless, on Twitter and Instagram. At Sarcasm City TV on Twitter and Instagram. And make sure you subscribe to the channel. Big up to all the audio listeners as well. And yeah, Warrior J Q&A today because, like I said, doing the most. So we had, I thought it was 2 different game weeks, but it's all under game week 21. So it will return next Monday. Big up to, I forgot to mention this, Anderson St. John Ingleton. What a name, what a username. He became a member of the YouTube channel, so I appreciate it. Became a member, became a Sarcasm citizen. And of course, if you are a member, not only do you queue jump on fan calling shows, you also, your questions take priority, like a super chat as well. To H, who says which 3 teams are getting relegated. I think the 3 teams, depending with no points deductions, the 3 teams that are in the relegation zone right now, I believe. Burnley, Luton, Sheffield United. I think those 3. I think those 3 will get relegated. I just don't rate them highly. Yeah, Luton are probably the best out of the 3, and they're very spirited and are entertaining to watch, in particular when they play any of the big 6. But yeah, I would say those 3 are getting relegated. But big up to you. Big up to my guy Eli, says big up to Flawless and all my duns in the chat. YG, big up to you as well. Dead in the Water says hit the likes. Mark Cook, good to see you. Stephanie G as well. Large up everyone who is tapped in. Big up everyone who's tapped in. So I just had to check. My elbows weren't dry, but here we are, people. Here we are. Well, questions. Obviously, this show isn't going to be too long. Not sure who's going to join in regards to the man then, but I'm going to bring you the show regardless, people. I'm going to bring you the show. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully my connection is telling me my connection's dodgy on the StreamYard, but I've got it on the big screen and it looks okay. As long as you lot can hear me, that's all that matters. As long as you lot can hear me. I need to get this trimmed as well. To get this beard trimmed. Evening Flawless, another night of cracking content on this channel. You already know, Jason, man. Appreciate the kind words first and foremost. Secondly, Jason, we're going to keep the shows rolling, man. We're going to keep the content rolling. And actually, that being said, because I'm here solo dolo, you lot ask me. It can be any, normally it's about sport. If you lot got any other questions, feel free to ask me, people. Feel free to ask me if you got more questions. So like regards to music, film, how the channel started, future plans with the channel. Any personal questions, obviously don't get too personal, but you lot know the vibes. But any questions, this is open, because I did say last time I did a Q&A like this that I was thinking of doing a show where I answer solo questions anyway. So you don't get any questions in, man. Get any questions in. It's like this. H is asking top 3 Marvel heroes. Flawless, Black Panther, Iron Man. Who's third? Who's dead? Probably Black Widow, just because she's laying in there. I'm not gonna lie, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like she's like the thing is, I don't really find Scarlett Johansson like attractive outside of that. But when she be in a tight suit, but outside of her, I don't know. Third, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'd have to have a think. I don't know. That's a good question. I'm saying, hey, big up to Taza in the cut as well. Large up Taza. Jason says 10K before February. That's it. It'd be what's it called? That'd be a stretch, but we can try. We can try. You lot gotta hit the subscribe button. Thoughts on the new Marvel Phase 2? It was always gonna seem like it was bad because of what they've done previously. You're never topping that. You're never topping that. It's like an artist who released a great album. You're never topping that great album. Like 50 Cent, for instance, is Get Rich or Die Trying. You're never topping that. For Eminem, it's the Marshall Mathers LP. For Game, it's the documentary. Like for Jay-Z, it's the Blueprint. Like you're always held to your best piece of work. And even if you put out a phenomenal, if that's 12 out of 10 and you put out a body work of 10 out of 10, people will be like, oh, it's not as good as the last one. So yeah, like thoughts on the new phase. Echo was decent. I watched Echo. That was decent. Loki was very good. That's the only thing I've watched. What I'm waiting for is X-Men. That's where they should have went. That's where they messed up. I understand they have to make content for Disney Plus. That I understand. But they should have just went X-Men. That's where they should have, and not X-Men together. You see how they did it with Marvel, and they had there was the individual films. That's what they should have done with X-Men. Could have had Beast, Cyclops, Gambit's my favorite X-Men. You know what I'm saying? Gambit. I don't know why it has been. Gambit ain't even been seen in any of the films. They better not mess that up, or I will be pissed. Wolverine, Jean Grey. The list goes on. You know what I'm saying? What's the other? Rogue. The list goes on. And you could even do it on the villainous side as well, like all the villains. You could easily do that. So yeah, like that's what it is. They should have just went to the X-Men. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, do Juggernaut's origin story or something like that. Like that's already like the original phases, I should say. That's already like got a built-in fan base. I've watched X-Men as a kid on cartoon, so I'm ready and waiting. That's why I watched Echo. The reason why I watched Echo is because Kingpin's the villain. It's the only reason why I watched it. And I remember watching Spider-Man as a kid and Kingpin being in it. So it's kind of like, that's what it is. Because it's Disney Plus. I still watch Spider-Man now. I'm a big kid like that. To Prime, who says Black Widow, we knew Flawless was a low-key milkman first. Nah, I'm not a milkman. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. I like what I like. Like I don't have a preference in terms of like color. I'm not like, yeah, I'm attracted to this race more than the others. No, if I find you attractive, I find you attractive. That's just what it is. You can't tell me she ain't lang though, and she can't tell me she ain't lang. I know Prime. You the milkman, joke man. Ego MMA says Flawless. At what point did Ten Hag lose you? I think it was Brighton. No. Jez told me he thinks it was Brighton. I thought it was Crystal Palace when we lost after the cup game, so the league game. That's what I thought. I thought it was Crystal Palace. But yeah, Eli said it was Crystal Palace because we played so well in the League Cup game and won, and then he changed the team for the exact same opposition and we lost. Like, that's just what? No, you know what I'm saying? Like, foolishness. Absolute, just pure, just stupidness. Like, I don't have any coaching badges to figure that out. We played this team and we played this team and played very well. We played them 3-4 days later. Why not play the same team? And even if it's going bad at halftime, you get 5 subs. What are we doing here? Foolishness. Love Prime. What are you telling me, man? You good?
Yeah. Big up, bro. Big up, everyone.
Love every time, fam. You already know. But so yeah, that's where it was, Ego. I believe it was Palace, but I could be wrong. But it was around that period of time as well. Like it is. Flawless. What's the one thing that made you tell everything? It's not one thing that he did where I go. That's the sole reason. It's multiple things. It's just awful management on the pitch and off the pitch. Everything you doing at this moment, everything you say in the results, like everything. It's just the wrong. Everything is a wrap. If Ten Hag stays, where would Man United finish in the league this season? Probably 7th or 8th. Probably roundabouts where we are now. Because the league's so bad, we managed to get results.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what it is. To Tot Spurts, who says, "Big up Flawless. What is it that drew you to Manchester United?" I wasn't drew to it. I was born into it. I ain't get no choice. I'm a Manchester United fan. All my generation are the Manchester United fans. So all my siblings, all my cousins, all Manchester United fans. Generation above me, mom, dad, uncles, aunts, all Manchester United fans. Generation below me, younger cousins, nieces, nephews, all Manchester United fans. Born into it. Like I didn't have a choice. It was like, yo, this is your team. All right, bet. Like I was supporting United before I knew what teams were. Like, I didn't know about like Manchester City and like that and other teams. Let's see what else you lot saying as well. Like I say, members, obviously, your questions do take priority, like a super chat. Rafish says, who's your favorite to win AFCON? I don't know, but that's a great question for Prime.
Sorry.
Good.
Win AFCON, it's probably between Ivory Coast, Senegal. Yeah, those would be the main two. Everyone was going to say Morocco because of the World Cup. Like for me, like I think Morocco were very, very lucky during that World Cup, and I don't see them translating it into this AFCON. And plus, they are notoriously known for underperforming in AFCONs anyway. People will say Algeria. I think they've already had their time. They've already won it the past like few years or past few tournaments. Everyone will say Nigeria and Ghana because we're big nations, but you know, like Chelsea and Man United at club level, we are vastly underperforming. Who else? It's probably about it. I mean, Burkina Faso are my dark horses. Not necessarily. I think that they could win it per se. I think they could go very far and potentially cause an upset or two. But yeah, that's like my takes on it really. I'm saying Algeria or Ghana. But yeah, who's your winner's prediction for the League FA Cup Champions League?
Oh, yeah, I was gonna get to that as well. And big up to my guy Eddie in the chat as well, who says Benzema needs to save himself and say fuck United. Hey, we need him, Eddie. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get to like Benzema, and that will be the topic of on the Man United tomorrow, where we'll go more in depth. Good, definitely. But yeah, who's your winners' predictions for the Premier League, FA Cup, and Champions League? Go on, Prem.
Man City. Like you don't bet against Man City. FA Cup. I don't know. Like, will City try and go for the treble again? Like, I don't know how realistic that is. I don't know. Champions League, I'm going Bayern. Something from the start of the season, somebody's just been telling me Bayern. Yeah.
The Eric Dyer transfer, man, that's what it was. He was like, he's the guy.
No. Start of the season. So yeah, Bayern are like Real Madrid will win Champions League. Yeah, City win the FA Cup. Then they'll do a league and FA Cup double.
Yeah, for me, predictions, league, I think City win the Premier League, FA Cup. For some reason, I'm thinking Liverpool. I think Liverpool will do the business in the FA Cup. Champions League, Real Madrid. I think they have enough quality where I go, yeah. And there isn't really outside of Manchester. It's between them and Manchester City. And I ain't picking City to win no damn Champions League. So yeah.
Real Madrid are having a phenomenal season. All the injuries they've had to contend with. They're having a phenomenal season. Carlo Ancelotti, man. Oh, he's so fake.
And to Ibrahim, who says, Flawless, I play football with friends and we have Bruno in our group. He gives the same passes as Bruno gives, allergic to simple passes. As you were saying is, you know what? I figured out what Bruno is. A Pro Clubs player. He's a stereotypical Pro Clubs 10 on FIFA. Awful, but we'll get GNA just by sheer volume. There isn't an attacking player who I've seen play on FIFA, the worst of the worst, who doesn't get GNA. If you check their numbers, they're incredible. Just by sheer volume. If you play enough through balls and put enough crosses into the box and play enough passes, you're gonna get enough goals and assists. So that's what I would say. Big up to V1 for the super chat who says, is Lee Gunner okay? Sava, who's this? Savvy or Sava? Ended him on Saeed TV. I'm presuming that's Sava. Big up to my guy Lee Gunner. Big up to my guy Sava. Big up to Saeed as well. I'm cool with both Sava and Lee Gunner, so I can't comment V1 because I've not seen it, but I'm sure Lee Gunner is fine. That's what I will say. I'm sure he's fine. I'm sure Sava's good too. Flawless, what's your all-time Premier League 11? Check and go. Right back. Trent's putting on biz. I can't. It's hard to beg it. Like Trent is becoming him. Trent, Ashley Cole, Yapstam, Rio Ferdinand, midfield three of Keanes. No. I tell a lie. No midfield three. Scholes, Vieira, defo two of my central midfielders. Cristiano Ronaldo is a right winger. Left. Shit, this is tough. This is tough. Probably go left Henry. And then through the middle. Who's the striker? Who am I playing? Am I playing Henry striker? I need to check because I did this From a Third Eye View and me, JV, and Stroke, and we did from 92. Did we do from like 92 to like 2009, and then we did from like 2010 to like onwards up until that point? I think it was 2022 or something like that. I have to check it out. I'm not sure. Yeah, go on, Prime. You add to yours. I'm trying to think, but you got. I think I named 10. I think I'm missing one player.
Mine
so
is.
You got 10. I'm missing one. Yeah, go
on. Check and goal. Back four. Carl Walker. Rio, JT, Ashley Cole. Midfield three. So like 6 and like I guess kind of 2 8s. Roy Keane, Paul Scholes, Frank Lampard. And front three is Ronaldo, Henry, Hazard.
That's a shout still. Henry through the middle and then have someone wide left. I'll get back to that. But you got 10 of my 11 anyway. I need to sit down and have a think. It's a good question, Sheik. It's a very, very good question. Hey, big up TJ, man. Good to see you in the chat. It says big up Flawless Prime in the chat. What's good, big people? Large up. Warrior J says, Prime, apart from your country, what's been the biggest surprise of AFCON so far to you?
The biggest surprise? Nothing. Like, because... No, not... Like, for the... I don't want this to sound bad, but like for the casuals who don't like watch AFCON, like this
is gonna be a shock.
Yeah, like I say this, like for me, AFCON is, I don't know if I get backlash on this. I think AFCON is the most competitive tournament to play in.
I don't think you get backlash for that.
Like the amount of legends.
Yeah, people can't pick winners.
The amount of legends that have played in AFCON, the amount of golden generations, the Ivory Coast golden generation of Drogba and Yaya and Kolo Toure, Kalou, who they went far but continuously failed to achieve. The golden generations of Ghana and Nigeria, who didn't go on to win and underperform. Like, someone put out a tweet, or I think I put out a tweet and said, someone put out a tweet and said, all your European tricks, doesn't count here in Africa. And I quote tweeted it and said, the spirit of the Black Panther has been stripped away. Like that
That's
It
hilarious.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're a king where you're at in Napoli or you're Drogba at Chelsea. Like once you come AFCON,
It's
it's
different, man.
really
You got to step up.
different. So yeah, it's the toughest, it's the most entertaining to watch, and I wish that it would get the respect that it deserves. And I mean that from like the big broadcasters like Sky Sports and all of that, etc. But yeah, man, yeah, that's why I say it's so tough to actually like pick one, because even though we say Senegal and Ivory Coast, they may not actually end up winning it. So yeah, it's yeah, that'll be that's my thoughts. Just like people keep tuning in. I love the support that's been going in on the Twitch, because I actually wasn't sure many people would actually start tuning in, but yeah, we do watch-alongs basically every day. We're only doing one today, but we're doing one the next day and stuff. And yeah, keep tuning in. We'll be doing Ghana v Egypt. I know that'll be a big one. Jez says he won't make it, but I know Jez, he'll tune in for a little bit. There'll be Ivory Coast v Nigeria. I'll be there, unfortunately. So yeah, I appreciate and love the support.
For real. And what we will do, people, as well, is the semi-finals and the final we'll do live watch-alongs on the YouTube. There you go, people. There you go. So you'll get all the games on the Twitch. Well, not all the games, but you'll get watch-alongs throughout group stages, quarterfinals, and then once it hits semi-finals and the final, right here on the YouTube channel. But yeah, the Twitch streams got me into AFCON, not gonna lie. Great content, definitely check it out. Like Prime mentioned, Prime's over there, Jez, Victor, Steve, shout out to Ola as well from Football Family as well. They're covering, and they got quite. If you got any questions, they'll answer. That's the thing, is you're speaking to knowledgeable people about the actual countries and the players, so you're getting an insight, which is great. There you go. So Eagle MMA says, follows, would you rather Ronaldo never left Manchester United or stopping City doing the treble? Stopping City doing the treble. Great players are going to leave the football club. Like that's bound to happen. I've seen each of my favorite Manchester United players and all the greats, I've watched them all leave in the modern day era. The club will continue and will be fine, even though it doesn't seem like it now. Like football goes in cycles, and I'm blessed and extremely blessed to have seen what I've seen, because that's why a lot of rival fans, not even a lot of rival fans, that's why you see a lot of Arsenal fans, Liverpool fans in particular, in the social media space and the content creator space, on this Dalsim thing. For those that don't know who Dalsim is, that's the character in Street Fighter with the long arms and long limbs, and he's just pure reaching. That's why you see copium. That's why you see Arsenal fans anytime they get top of the league giddy. That's why. And I'm happy that that's not me, because even though it was a long time ago, I've actually witnessed my team be successful for a long period of time. If you're a 90s baby, which some of you are not, you've seen Liverpool win 1 league title and 2 Champions Leagues. You ain't seen shit. You're a 90s baby, Arsenal. All right, you've seen more in regards to the Prem, but if you're a 2000s baby, what have you seen? You don't remember the Invincibles. You've seen FA Cups. So that's what it is, and you've seen no Champions Leagues. Like I say, I've seen my team win multiple things on multiple occasions. It's probably why I can cope better with us being bad now. Because it's like, all right. And I know football goes in cycles.
And that's why you don't fall for the Kool-Aid, because a lot of Arsenal fans...
Well, drink the Kool-Aid, Arsenal fans, man. Drink the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, because you have the ones on socials, like... you have the younger ones on socials who they were born just after the Invincibles, or they were born around the time of the Invincibles. So they don't remember any Arsenal success. Or you have the older heads who have lived through that success, but it's been so long that they will cope and cling on to anything just for Arsenal to potentially be good enough. It's, yeah, like TJ said, it's peak.
It is peak. So that's what it is for me. I'm just like, all right. So keep coping. That's why I see it when people say certain things, or I'm like, you know better than that. Flawless, have you seen AJ versus Ngannou with Zhang versus Parker as the co-main event? I didn't know Zhang versus Parker was the co-main event. I did know that AJ and Ngannou had been made. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really care for it, to be honest. I'm not interested in seeing former MMA fighters box. Not saying it's not entertaining. I heard Fury versus Ngannou was highly entertaining, and Ngannou people are saying that Ngannou should have won. Not even, I can't dispute that because I didn't watch. I'm just rather see the elite of the elite in terms of boxing face over boxers. Bring me Fury Usyk. Bring me Fury Joshua. Bring me Joshua Usyk. Throw Dillian White into the mix. Throw Hergovich into the mix. Throw other heavyweights into the mix. That's just me. Flawless and Prime. This is from Sheik. One player y'all wish played for your respective teams, past or present. Oh, easy for me, Ronaldinho. And I was devastated when we didn't get him. Devastated.
Oh, from each other's clubs or in general?
No, you're just saying in general. You just said in general.
Oh, yeah, I take Pirlo. He's my favorite player of all time, but I don't think he would have got the respect in the Premier League from the English media and stuff. But like, just his calmness on the ball is just extremely underrated. I would have loved him at Chelsea.
Yeah, fast. Yeah, Pirlo, baller. Without doubt. And H says February 17th, Usyk Fury. Yep. Hey, you lot continue to get your questions in. Over 30 people locked in. The like check's decent. All right, we're just one short of 30 likes. Make sure you hit the like button, but subscribe though. We're at 9,335. We're looking for 5 more subscribers. 5 more subscribers. Get us to 9,340. And to H, you asked me, how long is this show gonna go on for? Probably another half hour. Probably do an hour and some change. Warrior J says, who's the underrated manager of the Premier League season so far? Who do you have, Prime?
The most underrated manager so far.
Yeah, so far.
I don't want to give them more prop, but it's Ange Postecoglou, man. And maybe because I see how bad. Big Ange. Maybe because I see how bad Chelsea are doing in retrospect, but like what this guy's had to deal with. Players being injured or suspensions or AFCON, like I don't know. Him or Emery, actually, one of the two. But because Spurs have had more suspensions and more injuries, and he's been coping with that, I might just edge it and give it to him.
Yeah, man, I'm saying Gary O'Neill. Boo. It's Big Ange. It's Big
also,
Ange.
Gary O'Neill is a shout as well. But yeah, it's just so frustrating. Maybe I'm biased because it's so frustrating seeing what Ange has done in 6 months compared to Pochettino. And arguably, I would say, man, at least before the season started, man for man, I would say we have a superior squad. But you're not using it.
Flawless underrated 11 this season. Ooh, this is tough. Prime, feel free to chime in here as well. If I go Vicario in goal. Man, he's been very good for Spurs. Extremely good. Definitely one of the best. Left back, I think you could go Dogie or you could go Robinson.
I'd go Robinson because Dogie has been getting his flowers.
He did get his flowers, yeah. You go Robinson. Centre backs. No, I would say Johnny Evans. Because he's been consistently good. Johnny Evans. People were all because Johnny Evans. He's not. I'll go out on a limb and say he has not had a bad game for Manchester United at all. He's not had a bad game.
I wanted Johnny Evans back in the summer of 2020, because after the season we had with Frank, I kept saying that bring in an experienced defender. And Johnny Evans was the one. Like I thought that we could get. He'd be very cheap, experienced. He can come in and help nurture young centre backs that we had, and then we went and got Thiago Silva on a free. But yeah, I really love Johnny Evans. I'd go. You could pick him. There's also Braithwaite as well. I think he's at Everton.
Yeah. That Braithwaite.
You could also go Konsa.
Yeah, Konsa man mentioned in the chat. What about right backs? I'd probably say Porro. I think he's been decent for Spurs.
Yeah,
There is a lack of good right backs. Don't get mistaken in the league.
Yeah. I think there's also been Gusto as well, but
But you know
I'll
what?
give it to Porro.
Gusto's a shot. As bad as you've been when I've watched Gusto, he's been good.
Yeah, and he's had to play left back as well.
Yeah,
and he's just looked just as good as well. So yeah, but I don't mind. Yeah, I'll give it to Porro.
Right. Oh yeah, Ola Aina is a shot as well. Yeah. When I've watched him, I've not watched a lot, but he's been good when I've watched Forest.
Actually, yeah, fuck it, Ola Aina. He's in.
Cool.
Midfield.
My mind's got blank. I'm not gonna lie.
There's a lot. Paulinho.
I think Paulina gets his flowers. That's why when he gets linked to Bayern and all, like Liverpool should go get him. I think people are saying.
I'm going James Ward-Prowse. I've rated this guy when he was at Southampton, and I kept saying, why did Liverpool, Spurs not buy him? Goes to West Ham. He's been one of their best players this season.
And West Ham are at 6 in the Premier League as well.
Mm-hmm.
James Ward-Prowse is a shout.
You could go Onana at Everton.
That is a shot. I rate Onana. I'm a big fan. Big fan.
There's Alvarez at West Ham. He slotted in and just been able to like replace Rice. They're not exactly the same profile, but he's been brilliant this season.
And they're saying Lamina
too. I'm gonna like throw in shout. I'm gonna say Caicedo. He doesn't. I know he started the season poorly, his first game or first couple of games, but he doesn't get his flowers for how great he's been playing, considering that he's meant to be playing in the midfield too, and he's been left on his own thanks to Gallagher and Poch's lack of tactics.
Fair. We got with that. There you go, people. Regards to the front three, definitely say Bowen. I think Bowen's got like 10 Premier League goals or something like that. I think so. And obviously, it's not goals and assists, but like he's putting up numbers. And he's playing well and added to the team. You can watch him and see what he has. I'd definitely say Bowen. Bowen.
Kudos
is a shout. I don't know how much he's played. I have to check his appearances, but every time I watch him, I'm a fan, and there's talks of him potentially leaving his club. I take him at my club, Isak. He's a big fan.
Isak.
I think he's top quality. I think he's very, very good. I think he's quality. But yeah, I'm just saying kudos. I hear that.
I'd say Kulu. I don't think Kulu gets the praise that he should, because at Spurs, everyone's going to talk about Maddison. But when Maddison's been out, Kulu has been stepping up. Yeah, I guess that's just about it. I don't know how good Elanga has been playing all season because I haven't been focusing on him.
Yeah, that's why it's tough with the underrated, because I'm not. And to better talk about Flawless, did you see Rodri not making the FIFA 11? No, I didn't. And someone asked me about Messi getting undeserved rewards. You know what FIFA are like with these things? That's why I don't pay no attention to Ballon d'Ors and all these things. I don't pay these things no mind. For what? Yeah. Like, we know who's who. That's, as fans, we know who's who. We know how good Rodri is. All right, what are we doing? Thoughts on Xavi as a manager? I don't really have any thoughts. I don't really follow Barcelona like that. But every time people bring him up, it's never in a positive way.
He's awful. He's so awful. Yeah, he's he kind of gets away with it because he's at Barca, and it's but if he was in the Prem, he would get so exposed. Like, he is so bad. And there's rumors that he might get sacked, come the summer, and Arteta will come in to replace him.
You're really gonna go get Arteta? Where's Arteta from in Spain, though?
He was in La Masia, I think.
Is he a Barcelona graduate?
I think so.
I actually don't know. I mean, I'm asking you like I can't just Google this. 1 second. Because that would make sense if that's the case. Because if there's not those ties to him, I don't get why they go in for him. This makes no sense. Let me have a look. So I don't know where he's born. I don't know if that's what's it called. Any oh yeah, saying early career. Yeah, he trained regularly with Van Gaal's first team. All right, yeah, he did. So he was the youth career from '97. I had no idea. That's new every day. Hey, yo, Eli, you need to relax, big man. Relax.
Wow. Hey.
This guy, man. You know what I'm saying? Always saying, hey, man, it's the IC3 Jacob at this point. You know what I'm saying? It's mad. It's mad. Flawless, unpopular opinion, but I actually think Tchouaméni's better than Rodri. Different players, they don't do the same thing. Yeah, they're different profiles. Like Rodri's your screener, more defensive, whereas Tchouaméni is more combative, but getting on the ball. Like he's looking to do more going forward, so they're different. But I'm a big fan of Tchouaméni. Like that's my dream, like unrealistic side. Like in midfield is him. I'm sold on Tchouaméni. I think he's him.
But could Tchouaméni do it in the Premier League though? Because Rice can.
So, yeah, that's outrageous.
But yeah, Tchouaméni's brilliant, man. He's that Real Madrid midfield, Tchouaméni, Bellingham, Camavinga, they're set for a decade.
This is ridiculous, man. Hey, big up Jago as well. Yeah, and it's three players I'm fans of, in particular Tchouaméni. Big fan of Camavinga as well. Like I can't wait to watch France at the Euros with those two in the. I want to see. I don't know what Deschamps plays because I've not been following France, but I hope it's those two. I want to see those two. And then you put Kanate and Saliba with Gusto and Hernandez.
What a way to move on from Kante and Pogba, though.
Yeah, that's crazy. Who would have thought that they would have just Kante and Pogba and then you just have Tchouaméni and Camavinga there? And then you got Griezmann, who people are saying is balling out, but I always take that with a pinch of salt. Kylian Mbappe is Kylian Mbappe. I'm not sure about their strikers. I'm not sure about the right wing either. In regards to talent, I don't know. You don't know better than be in the chat. Sorry, people. Just that stretching. But yeah, run up the likes, man. Run up the likes. Hit the subscribe button as well if you are indeed new. Yeah, go on, Prime.
So let's get into this Benzema question. Flawless. Okay. Ask me, would I take Benzema at Chelsea?
Prime, would you take KARIM Benzema at Chelsea on loan till the end of the season?
Oh, Flawless, that's such a random question. But now that you asked, I think there is no point in us signing Benzema as the main guy when we literally have Broja. However, him as a rotation to Broja wouldn't be bad. Let me land. Broja could probably pick up a few things from Benzema too, but ultimately, Broja should be the one starting. Benzema is a decent player. The experience would be nice to have in the team, but he seems like another Lukaku, where he's a drama queen. Only bring him if he's going to teach Broja a few things. I'm sure Broja can also teach Benzema things too.
Outrageous. And the crazy part is Prime's there being sarcastic, but some people have that thought process. Like I said,
no, that's word from word. Someone that's been tweeted out. That's word for word.
Yeah, and it's crazy. And I believe it was a Chelsea account that did that, right? I should have. Yeah. I thought about quote tweeting it and being like, "Nah, this guy's spitting." But I thought, you know what? Can't be bothered with the people in my hats. So I was like, forget about it. Even though I could have just tweeted it and muted it, but we move.
Listen, I haven't been an advocate for us getting any striker in January. Well, if we can get Benzema on loan, I don't care about the money. Bring him in. Bring him in.
KARIM Benzema. What are we doing here? What are we doing, people? As a Manchester United fan, yes. I hear people talk about the money and blah, blah, blah. And whatever, man. It's KARIM Benzema. Like, what are we talking about here? Because you know who I really think should be looking at him? Liverpool. Imagine KARIM Benzema and Salah for 6 months. I don't even want to say that out loud to put the energy out there, but that could be a difference maker in terms of them winning the league title. Same way I think he could be a difference maker for an Arsenal. But those two clubs just resting on their laurels. Props to him. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I don't see why he would waste time with us in Chelsea just because he wants out time to shine. It's more so because he wants out. Plus, we got two of his brethren here. They might not be happy, but he's got two of his brethren here, so he might be like, you know what? Let me just run the Premier League. If I fail, Casemiro overran, and then if I succeed, it's like I'm hailed. That's how we'll look at it.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, he'll probably go to Real Madrid on loan.
Yeah, that could happen. Yeah. That makes perfect sense. Because they've been cooking without him. Imagine you add Benzema into the mix. You know what a man can do? Long day.
I don't get why people. I don't know, man. Chelsea fans not wanting Benzema on loan, but it will be the same guys that will blame Jackson for missing sitters. You know who's not going to miss the sitters? Benzema.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man.
You right?
Bring him in.
Yeah, I'm taking Benzema, and obviously on the Man of United today, people will discuss this in further. I'm taking Benzema at my club in a heartbeat. There's nothing to lose. In regards to Tad Shadi says, I don't see why he'd waste his time with us in Chelsea. Money. Like, that's it. It's the money. That's it.
He'd only come to one of our clubs if Real Madrid didn't take the chance.
Oh, yeah, if Real Madrid did it, yeah, that'd be his first choice. But, hey, you just got to still, like, if I'm Ten Hag, I'm like, hey, Raphael, chat to KARIM. Chat to him.
If I'm Ten Hag.
If I'm Ten Hag, I'm like, yo, chat to KARIM. Like, tell him, pull up. Come from Manchester with you lot. Score a nice, the bucket load of goals, be loved by the United fans because we would love him. Very similar to when we loaned Henry Larsson, for those that remember, in January. And he was only here for like a couple months and people loved him. Bear in mind, he was one of my favorite strikers growing up. But yeah, like, that's what it is. But if you're Ten Hag, I'm like, see what I go on. West Ham, but I can say is damn good Madrid or I'm staying in Saudi Arabia. All right, cool. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, Ibrahim, I know it's highly unlikely that he would ask for Benz, but this is where it needs to be taken out of his hands. You cannot pass up an opportunity to get a player of that caliber. Cannot pass that up. See, yeah, Tam Shad, I remember last week being a sick loan signing as well. Yeah, go on, bro.
And like when you can get top 3 in your position in his position in the world, you bring him in and then you figure it out eventually.
Facts.
Chelsea missed out on the opportunity to get Haaland, and we got Lukaku. We missed out on the opportunity to get Alisson, and we got Kepa. Like, if Benzema's available on loan or Osimhen when he's available in the summer, sign, spend the money. None of this, Santiago, Jimenez, or Gyökeres, or what? Just like pay the money. Like the players are there because. I have this worrying image of Arsenal getting Osimhen and he wins them the league title. Something I don't want to see.
Yeah, first. Yeah, and yeah, though Ten Hag, they've given Ben that he'd start Højlund. It's the type of foolishness this manager would do, and then people will tell you, oh, it's toxic and the player power. And oh, it's his team. Shut up, man. It's his team. Stop. His team. People doing too much. All these Ten Hag defense lawyers, man, like, relax. Doing too much. How fucking outrageous. Outrageous. So yeah, Ben's, like I said, to Chelsea makes sense. Ben's to Arsenal makes sense. Ben's to Liverpool makes sense. Definitely takes sense because he plays for them. Who does he not start for out of all them teams I named? Apart from City, he starts for everybody else. And he's good enough to play in a Pep system. That's the crazy part. It's just that we got a generational freak in Haaland. Royal Rumble watch along. When's the Royal Rumble? I probably won't, but Lewis will have one. When is it? Let me know. When is it? H. And you lot find a few questions in before we do indeed close out. Make sure you hit the like button on the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Sarcasm City TV. Got a lot coming up this week, people. Obviously today, Man of United podcast. So myself, I'll be joined with the gang. Leon will be here. Ivorian will be here. Not sure about Rhino and Dan Sillyman, but it's going to be an action-packed show. And obviously the first crossover of the week, Manchester United, Liverpool show, Man of United podcast analysis at Anfield podcast. Then Wednesday, the return of the One Off podcast. So myself, shout out to Savage. It'll be 7 p.m., 7:30 p.m. It's supposed to be 7 p.m., but I'm on CPT, so probably 7:30 p.m. I'm just late moving around. So yeah, it's being Savage. That's the One Off podcast, non-sports, where we just chop it up, and then the Q&A on that day as well, which Savage will probably be on. And for those that don't know Savage, absolute great person, but just absolute nut job. You know what I'm saying? Crazy, batshit crazy, but good energy, great content creator. And to hate you says next Saturday is the Rumble. That means Lewis will be doing a watch along for it then. So I'll probably be there. Lewis will end up doing it. Probably will. Let's see.
This jazz disaster class, man. We will be there.
Oh yeah, after the last one. Oh Lord of mercy. Lord of fucking mercy. This guy just tongue-tied, just couldn't talk, lost himself. Hey man, you gotta get it together, man. You can't just be losing yourself out here, man. We've all spoke to a female we really, really like and are really attracted to. You can't be tongue-tied. I'm saying you might lose yourself for a split second, but then when you slip, you just gotta collect yourself. Just all over the place. And Back Again podcast on Wednesday. Yes, I think it is. We're just waiting for confirmation. That's why I'm not putting on no time. But yeah, it's looking like Wednesday. It's looking like Wednesday. But yeah, final few questions, people. Like I say, check out the upcoming live stream schedule. Obviously, AFCON watch-alongs all over on the Sarcasm City TV, Twitch as well. Let me see if I actually missed any questions. Hold up. Ibrahim, you running jokes talking about flawless. How you forgetting Luke Shaw? He's the glue.
Yes, Sherberto Carlos.
Yeah, he's the glue. Yeah, man, Pritt stick. That's what he is. You know what I'm saying? PVA glue. That's what he is. Some weak shit. Is there a UFC watch along Saturday, H? Maybe I need to chat to Sheik. So for those that don't know, What to the Octagon is the UFC show on the Sarcasm City TV Twitch. So we've had it before, but the host couldn't make it, so we had to stop the show. But Sheik's on it, Eddie's on it. I'm sure more man will be on it as well. But I'm not sure if it's this Saturday. I need to talk to Sheik and see what's what. But you'll be getting previews, watch alongs sometimes, and recaps of the bout, people. I think Warrior asked you your overrated 11 so far. Prime Flow's yours. Oh, this is definitely for you. Overrated 11 so far.
What, this season?
Yeah, this season.
Overrated 11. It's just based on like this season's performances, or just in general.
Yeah, I suppose it's this season's performances. You have to, yeah.
Okay.
Presume so. Because he said overrated 11 so far, so that I presume that.
Raya.
Go on, carry on. Carry on. Who else?
I don't even. Yeah, Ryan goal. I don't think I have an 11, but I can just start naming players.
Yeah, name players. If you don't have an 11, just name players.
Raya, Saka.
Wait, did you say Saka?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he's been getting GNA, Arsenal fans have been behaving like he's been amazing all season.
Yeah, he's not been amazing.
I don't know. I don't really have the Eli said Caicedo and Enzo. They've not been praised though. That's the thing.
He's such a troll.
Overrated. Gallagher. Hype he is getting from Chelsea fans, the media, and rivals. Chelsea's player of the season. Oh my god.
Hey, that's wild. No wonder you man at ninth. That's wild.
Yeah. Overrated, I'd say Bruno. Not from any United fans here, but like, you know, just in general. Bruno. I'll say Declan Rice. Not because he hasn't been great, but because he's doing no different than what he did at West Ham.
And people are lauding it.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That's probably I don't know. That's probably it.
I think of any of it off the top of my head where I'm like, oh yeah, you are vastly overrated. You know what, Richarlison? I throw him in the mix. Just as he got 5 out of his last 6, he's still garbage. Still garbage.
Yeah, has he been getting praised though?
For the 5 and 6, yeah.
Yeah, but that's just Jacob. That's just Jacob though.
Yeah. Not just Jacob, but some people believe in that. I'm saying it's like the Timo Werner signing, but that's a whole different thing.
Yeah, true.
Whole different thing. But Prime, anything you want to add before we close out? We are going to close out this Q&A, people.
No. Thank you guys for tuning in as always. You know, we've got no AFCON watch along today, but we got on Wednesday. I think it is
Congo versus Zambia.
Congo versus Zambia. Yeah. So tune into that, and I appreciate all the love and support, and may it continue for the rest of the tournament.
Hey, my kind words from Prime. Like I say, you lot, link for the Twitch is underneath in the description. It's Sarcasm City TV. So the same way you watch live here on YouTube and comment, you do the exact same on Twitch. It's the exact same as well. But yeah, love to everyone who has indeed locked in. So yeah, you was right. Congo versus Zambia. That is well, they got it as tomorrow. But obviously, it's gone midnight. So yeah, it's Thursday. So yeah, technically it's tomorrow. So yeah, Congo versus Zambia. That's 8 p.m. UK time on Thursday. And I think, are you doing on Wednesday, sorry, and then the Thursday, you're getting a double header of Ivory Coast, Nigeria, and Egypt, Ghana. Well, I might even pull up for that Egypt-Ghana game. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, we are on clubs. I'm going to put out a bat signal in a minute. But again, love to everyone that's locked in. Don't forget, people, do not forget. Doing the most, we'll be back next week. It's just that game week 21 was split into 2. So I was like, you know what, might as well wait till next week. But keep an eye out on the YouTube channel. Keep an eye out on the gaming channel here on YouTube. So that's Sarcasm City TV and Sarcasm City TV Gaming. Same with clubs. That's Sarcasm City TV. So just follow across our socials. Big up to all the audio listeners as well. If you are listening on audio, if you want to listen on audio, make sure you follow us on Spotify. Follow us on Spotify, Sarcasm City TV, and 5-star us. It all helps for real. Same with iTunes, Apple Podcasts, 5-star us and leave us a review. Same with SoundCloud, hits with the follow as well, man. We trying to grow. We trying to grow, man. We trying to grow. We trying to build. That's what it is. We trying to build expeditiously. But love to everyone that's locked in. Actually, is anyone live? If no one's live, then I'll just send you lot to one of the Man United that's going to be on here. So let me know. Let me have a look. Let's see. Oh, geez, is Staffy? When did Staffy go live? Oh, Staffy's live. Yeah, American Waffle. All right. We'll send you over to that. We'll send you over to American Waffle. But hey, 43 likes, decent, man. And a new sub. All right. You lot continue to support, man. And yes, I hear you to Trinidad. Yeah, Onan is terrible. Like, it was understood they got to be spoken about. But this has been the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up for tuning in and put Sarcasm City Raid in capital letters. Salute.